Hey you guys, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, kind of, pretty much, yeah. I'm filming this, it is December 15th, and I know, I have been kind of gone for a little while, but if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, it's because I had a baby back in August and I do like this for maternity leave because technically I am a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I do YouTube, but I just took a break from YouTube. I wanted to take that time to bond with my baby, to spend time with him, to, you know, enjoy that time as a family of 4. My husband took 6 weeks off of work. My mom was in town. She came in town twice, actually. My dad came into town and my mother-in-law came into town. So I just really wanted to take that time to have it as a family because if you are new to my channel, you haven't really followed our journey. It took us 5 years to have our miracle baby. He is our rainbow baby, so it was just really important for us. I feel like a lot of you guys understood that and still understand that, and I'm trying to slowly get back into YouTube. I think I've uploaded 3 or 4 videos since maternity leave, but I will be honest, it has been a little bit difficult just because he has been wanting mama, which honestly I don't mind. I love the baby snuggles, but it has been hard to get things done, like even to like wash dishes, do laundry, just like house things. It's been difficult. So it's kind of like do like tidying up, cleaning, laundry, things like that, or edit and upload a video, you know, and obviously house things come first. So still trying to juggle it all and balance it all out. So I hope you guys do bear with me during this time and, you know, kind of like figure out this new life, this new way of everything. Also, I want to say, I know this lighting is like probably terrible. I'm looking at it right now. I'll try to make it better with editing. All I have is like my ceiling fan above me, but I'm in my room and I just want to be close to Emilio in case he wakes up. So sorry that the lighting sucks. But just to give you guys a little bit of an update on everything, because I know it's been a while since I've really like sat down, talked face to face, and I know in the last vlog that I uploaded, which was the Halloween vlog, that's like honestly the most current vlog. I know, a Halloween vlog in December, but like I said, bear with me. So I have that went up. I also uploaded the like delivery because I did have a scheduled C-section, and then Alondra meeting him for the first time, and then like the rest of my hospital stay. And that was pretty much it. Oh, also like a baby bump transformation. But that's pretty much all of the videos that have been up. So if you missed any of those, you guys can go back and check those out. So to give you guys just like a little bit of an update, fill in kind of like the gaps of the past few months, I did have my scheduled C-section and I had him on August 25th. I feel like as I'm talking, I might answer some of the questions that you guys left me for the Q&A. So if I did, whoops. But yeah, I did have him scheduled C-section. Everything went great with the scheduled C-section. I haven't had any issues and hiccups. I did though have an infection within my incision. So that was like not the greatest thing. I had was it my 6-week checkup? I think it was my 6-week checkup. I'm trying to like remember why I went to the doctor. I know I had to go see my OB. No, it wasn't my 6-week checkup. Because my 6-week checkup, everything went fine. But I went to the OB for something. Oh, I had really terrible like breast pain. I am breastfeeding. And it was like the most pain I've ever had. Like I was like, what the hell is going on? I've never had mastitis. I've had clogged ducts before, but I've never had like mastitis or anything like seriously wrong with breastfeeding because I did breastfeed Alondra for 2 years and I had the worst pain. Like I wanted to cry. I could barely move. It was terrible. So I was able to go and see my midwife and she was pretty sure I had mastitis. She said I was having like the beginning signs of it. But while I was there, I also had told her that like my incision was oozing and I had noticed it the night before. So she did like a swab to test it and then come to find out I had a bacterial infection within my C-section incision. So thankfully though, like that has healed and my incision has healed and it doesn't look like crazy. We caught it early because if we didn't, I could have had like some serious problems. So as far as like my incision, like me healing, everything so far is good. And I don't have to see the doctor until February, and that's just for like my well woman's exam. But yeah, so I mean, I was a little bit freaked out with like the bacterial infection because I never had that when I had my C-section with Alondra, but I did have to take antibiotic for that. So thankfully, like, that is healed, and you know, it's just gonna continue to heal. And back in November, so I did my Halloween vlog. I woke up actually on November 1st with a sore throat, and literally all of November, all of us were sick, except for Edom. I don't know how he didn't get sick, but he did not. I took the kids to the pediatrician, got them tested because I know RSV is really high right now. The flu is really high right now. And thankfully my kids did not have it, because even Emilio was sick, and I was freaking out because, you know, he's only 2 months old at that time, or no, 3 months old. And 2 months old. Yeah, only 2 months old, and I was freaking out that he was, you know, sick at such a young age. And so got him tested, and thankfully he did not have anything. But yeah, my poor baby at 2 months old has already had a cold. He had like a stuffy nose and a cough, and it did go away, thankfully. And with breastfeeding, they did say like my antibodies will help him through that, because he couldn't take any medicine. And then Alondra had just had a nasty cough. She had that cough for like a month and a half, because she had that cough like going from October. She's had that cough, but thankfully she's all good now. And then I got sick, and I was sick for like a month. I had like a fever 3 days in a row, and it was honestly just awful. Like, I was sick, and then I was good for a week, and then I got sick all over again. And I had a fever like 4 different times. I went to urgent care twice, and they finally just gave me an antibiotic because nothing was working, and also because I'm breastfeeding, there's not a lot of medication I can take. So that is why the Halloween vlog took forever for me to get uploaded, because I was literally just down for the count in November. I just could not feel better. And you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it was really hard for me when I feel like shit to like have to get my shit together, so to speak, and like take care of my newborn baby, like take care of Alondra, you know what I mean? And then also try to take care of myself. So that was just awful. I didn't mean to like not vlog and edit and upload, but I just couldn't. I was just trying to like get better myself and take care of my babies. So I feel like that's kind of like an update with me. I really don't feel like there's much else to update on myself that I can think of. Anyways, if I think of something randomly, I'm sure I'll say it. But yeah, Emilio, he's been great. Other than the cold, he hasn't really had any major issues, thankfully, but he did have a umbilical granuloma. I hope I'm saying that. I'm pretty sure it's granuloma is how you pronounce it. We had to go and see a surgeon, which sounds like really crazy and scary. I was freaking out, but it was not surgery. There is a chance he could have needed surgery, but thankfully he didn't. And basically what a granuloma is, if I can explain this correctly, I'm gonna try. But it happens within 1 in every 500 babies. And basically he has like a hole like in his belly button, and it never like fully healed from where the umbilical cord is. And so it would like ooze. So it would ooze, and it would have like a lot of crust around his belly button. So we went to the pediatrician. Well, we did go like at our normal monthly visits, but they would do silver nitrate in the belly button to try to have it heal. And both times they did it, his granuloma never healed. So they referred us to a surgeon, and she did an aggressive form of silver nitrate. So she would have to do the application twice, and if like by 2 times it did not take, then she would have to do surgery to close the hole. And the surgeon said that she can count on her hand, like one hand, how many times she's actually had to do surgery for it. And thankfully, he's only had to do like the aggressive form of silver nitrate once with her, and it is healed. And everything is all good with him. And I actually just had to cancel his appointment for the second round of it, because she told me that like if it healed and everything is good, it's not oozing anymore, then to cancel the appointment, and obviously I won't need to see her again. And he does have his 4-month checkup with his pediatrician the end of this month. So at the end of that month, you know, obviously they will look at it, and his belly button looks totally normal, because before, I think I have pictures on my phone still, so I will insert the pictures in here, but his belly button would be like raised, like from his stomach, like it would look like almost like a tree stump. I don't know how to explain it, but it would be very like raised, and it would look like he had a hernia. And then also his belly button would be pushed out, and he would have like a red ball, and it would be covered in ooze. So we thought he had an outie belly button for the longest time. And then after this aggressive form of the silver nitrate, he actually has an innie and his belly button is flush with his stomach. So it's no longer sticking out like a hernia, no longer looks like he has an outie, and he's no longer oozing. So that was like the scariest thing, because I just, you know, I was freaking out because I'm like, what's going on with my baby? And also like the idea, like if it didn't work and he was gonna need surgery. I am a worrywart. Most of you guys already know this about me, but in case you're new, yeah, I was just stressed out, but thankfully all is good, all is healed, and he's got the cutest little belly button. And then, yeah, he was sick as well, but thankfully he is better. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of like anything else, but like as far as all of his checkups go, his checkups have been really good with the pediatrician. He had a 1 month, a 2 month, and then he goes again in 4 months, which is the end of December. So he's doing really great. The only other thing I guess is that he did suffer from colic. We're pretty sure it was colic because he was so fussy, and like the witching hour, you know, like it would start like around 5 and 6, and he would just cry and be unconsolable till he would go to bed. So that was really, really difficult and really a challenge. But I definitely would say like once he hit like that 3 month mark, it has stopped. So thankfully it has stopped and it's been a lot easier. He's not fussy or crying anymore. He's just honestly such an easy baby now, except for the whole laying him down when he naps. Like that part, I'm still trying to get that down. But hey, like right now, I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say it, but we're doing good. So I think that is everything for Emilio, if I am not mistaken. If you guys have any questions about any of this, go ahead and leave them down below and I'll be sure to respond back to you. But as far as Alondra, she's been great. I mean, no, like nothing really new other than she did go to the ENT for her like last follow-up, and everything is great with her ruptured eardrum. So I'm so excited about that. She had a ruptured eardrum back in February from the flu, and we've constantly had to go to the ENT, but she had her last follow-up a couple of weeks ago, and everything is great with her. So that is definitely like a sigh of relief there. But she's doing great in school. She loves it. I mean, she's always loved school, but thankfully she still does. And she has her holiday party tomorrow as I'm filming this, and then she'll be on winter break, which is just like wild to think about. We're already going into like the new year. But as far as activities, she is still doing dance, tumbling, and then Girl Scouts. And I think, is that all of her activities? It's so hard because you guys know she's always in activities. But yeah, that's it. Cheerleading did end. She did do cheer, and that has already ended. That ended in the first week of November. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think of. Idam is doing great, working so much, my poor husband, but he's been doing a ton of overtime because if you don't know, he does work for an airline. So this time of year, it is just crazy with the holiday season and travel. So he's been working a ton. And I think that's it for like little updates on all of us. I did ask you guys to give me questions months ago on like the community tab in YouTube, and then also on like in my like Facebook page that I have. So thank you to everyone that submitted questions, and let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna go ahead and start in Facebook and answer some questions that I have here. So the first one I have is, how did you decide on the name Emilio? Which I feel like is the perfect first question to start with. Idam actually picked the name Emilio, but this has been a name that we have loved for a long time, like years, since we lived in like California. I actually can specifically remember hearing that name at Chick-fil-A. Like I was at Chick-fil-A with my mother-in-law and Alondra. She was like 2 or 3 at the time. She was actually playing in the little playground. I don't even think Chick-fil-A does little playgrounds anymore, but she was playing in there, and I heard a little boy. He had the name Emilio. The mom was calling him, and I was like, oh my God, I love that name. And then our friend's nephew, so our friends, they have a nephew, and his name is Emilio too. And I was like, God, that name is so freaking cute. I love that name. And it just so happened when we got pregnant this time, we really wanted to use the name Amelia, A-M-E-L-I-A, and that is his grandmother's name. But so many people in his family use the name Amelia because, you know, of the grandmother, and she did just pass about a year ago. So I had said, why don't we do Emilia, E-M-I-L-I-A. So why don't we do that, because it sounds like Amelia, but it's different, and then it's also spelled differently. So we could do that if we're having a girl. And so Idam liked that idea, and so that was honestly one of our names for a girl. We were either that, or I really loved the name Eliza. So for girl names, those were our top 2 girls' names, either Emilia or Eliza. So once we found out that we were having a boy, I had told Idam, okay, well, you pick the name, like what name do you want? And he's like, I think we should do Emilio, because we were gonna probably more than likely do Emilia. Why don't we just do Emilio? It's a name that we both have loved, and it would also still be a nod to his grandmother. So that is what we decided to do. And crazy enough, her birthday is August 26th, and Emilio was born August 25th. So it just feels like that is just his name, and it's just honestly meant to be. So the next question is, what is your daily routine now being a Sam of 2? So I feel like it's pretty much the same. My days only change because of like Alondra with her activities. So Emilio, he will wake up around, okay, here, let's rewind. I wake up at 6:30 Monday through Friday to get Alondra ready for school, and I get her up at 6:45. I just like that 15 minutes of like my silence, coffee time. I'll like do the dishes, things like that. So I'll wake her up at 6:45, and then he usually does not wake up until like 7:30. He'll wake up between 7:30 to 8, which is perfect because it gives me time to get her ready. Sometimes he does wake up a little bit earlier, and it's a little bit harder to like juggle him and getting her ready at the same time, but I mean, I get it done. I do what I got to do, right? So that's kind of like the routine. And then she goes off to school. She leaves by 8:15. I do have a friend that picks her up and takes her to school every morning for me, which has been a godsend, to be honest. So she gets picked up at 8:15 for school. And then I am just with Emilio. So he is up till about 9:30. And then he will go down for his first nap, and then he wakes back up, and then he goes down for his second nap around 12 and 1. Between 12 and 1, he'll fall back asleep again. Now, does he stay asleep for the whole time? Not really. I mean, his naps can be anywhere from like 5 minutes to like 2 hours. If I let him stay on me, he will sleep for like 1 to 2 hours. But if I try to lay him down, he will wake up anywhere from like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Like if I lay him down and he's on his own. So that's kind of like the hardest part, is because as routine wise, it's hard to like kind of get things done. I do try to like lay him down on like the boppy next to me to like fold clothes. I'll try to put him in the swing to get, you know, like dishes done. I'll try to put him on his tummy time mat, but he will only like to be on those things for like 5 to 15 minutes tops. 15 minutes tops. He gets really like over it after that. So that's kind of like, I guess, my routine. And then obviously usually Idam will go walk and go pick up Alondra. But like if he's stuck in traffic or has to work late, I will obviously go and walk to pick her up. Then we have the chiropractor once a week. And then, like I said, Alondra has her activities. So she's got dance Monday, dance Tuesday, tumbling Thursday, and then she has Girl Scouts every other Tuesday. So that's basically our routine. And yeah, I mean, it's going good other than still trying to get him down for a nap, but I'm just doing the best that I can with that. The next question is, how has it been transitioning from 1 to 2? I will say it has been a little bit harder as far as giving Alondra the time and attention that she's used to. Idam has definitely taken over, I guess, not like taken over, because he's always been great at giving her attention and love and affection, all of that. But it's been harder for me to do that with her because I breastfeed Emilio. I am pretty much his, I don't want it to sound like Idam doesn't help with him, because he does, but I am pretty much with him 24/7. I am with him, I would say 85–90% of the time it's me. So it's been harder to juggle that and give Alondra all of like my time and attention. You know, she was a single child for 7 years. So a single child? That doesn't sound right. She's an only child for 7 years. So that part has been hard, and it definitely was harder, I would say, about a month ago when he was like colicky, maybe 2 months ago, because he was so colicky. I really had to focus all of that time and attention. But I am trying to get better at like just going on outings with her. So I will like leave Emilio with Idam, and her and I will just like go to the store, just her and I. You know what I mean? So that way we get like that one-on-one time. I did go and have lunch with her this past week at school. Obviously Emilio came with me, but she loved that, you know? So I'm still trying to balance and juggle it. It has been difficult, but Alondra has been such an amazing big sister. She definitely helps. Like if I need to work on dinner or do something, she will like hold Emilio or play with him, give him attention so I can run off and go do like a house thing or something. She will not change diapers though, which honestly, I don't want her to change diapers or need her to, but she's honestly so amazing. I do not know how parents with like toddlers and a newborn, I do not know how they do it, or like young ones. I do not know if I'd be able to do that, because honestly, Alondra being 7 has helped so much. Like the fact that I don't have to like change her diapers, she can shower herself, she's pretty self-sufficient for the most part. So yeah, hats off to the parents who have like newborns and toddlers, because I just don't know if I'd be able to do it. But yeah, I'm still trying to find the balance within the transition, doing the best that I can. Thankfully, Idam is amazing and such a big help. Okay, this next one, I have a bunch of questions like within the comment. So it says, how are you doing? How is your recovery? I think I explained that for the most part. I'm doing great. Just like I said, trying to find the balance. Still trying to like get some sleep. It's not so bad at night. He still wakes up 2 to 3 times a night for a feeding, but he does go back to sleep really quickly. So that part has been great. But I'm doing good, you know, just still trying to, you know, juggle the newborn life and house things and just things in general. But I think I'm doing a good job, and recovery is going well. Like I told you guys, I haven't really had any issues other than I did have that bacterial infection, clogged ducts randomly here and there, but you know, I feel like that just goes with breastfeeding, so it is what it is. But I am doing good, so thank you for asking. The next question she had is, did you go into labor prior to your scheduled C-section? I did not. I was really worried about that. I had my scheduled C-section right on my 39th week, which was August 25th. I did want to go to 40 weeks, September 1st, but they ended up doing it August 25th, a week early, just to be safe. I'm glad that they did do that though, just, you know, to be safe, and that way I didn't go into labor like naturally on my own. So I did not, thankfully. And then it says, how many times did your mom and Alondra run errands while she was there? If you guys know, like, if you guys know my like vlogs and like know my mom from the vlogs, my mom can literally do 101 errands every single day. She could literally do 100 errands in one day and like literally be gone morning to night. And then like that night she could be like, oh my gosh. And she will like write a list of like more errands to do for the next day. Like she is just always doing errands. And yes, my mom and Alondra did 101 errands. My mom was great being here. She took Alondra to like painting with a twist. Did they go to swim lessons? I don't recall if Alondra went to swim lessons while she was here. But my mom just was honestly such a big help, keeping her busy, like doing activities and just doing like so many things. So yeah, that was great when she was here. And Alondra doesn't know it. Well, you guys are going to see this after the fact, but my mom is actually on an airplane right now on her way here to surprise Alondra. So I'm really excited about that. She also asks a labor and delivery story, if I'm comfortable doing one, which I am comfortable doing one. I probably will do that as a separate video just to, I don't know, not make this one so long, because I have a feeling this one might be long because, you know, I talk a lot. So I will do that. She also asked, how was the hospital? I know you had a birth plan. Were they respectful of your plan? How did it work with the midwife? Did they come to the hospital? And she's like, I had all the questions, LOL. And the hospital was great. I really did love the hospital, so much better than the hospital in Minnesota. I loved my midwife. My midwife was great. She did come and visit us twice. So the midwife that I like, my #1 midwife that I preferred, all the midwives are great within like that practice, but like my favorite, she did come and visit us twice after my scheduled C-section, but midwives don't do C-section, so I actually had to have an OB do the C-section. I hope that makes sense. That part, like I already knew going into it since I had to have the C-section. I think I hear Emilio, so I need to talk fast. But yeah, everybody was super respectful of like what I wanted versus what I didn't want. And everything went really good. Ooh, Idam, they were late into bringing Idam into the room with me when they prepped me for my C-section. So like I had like a waiting area, then they brought me into the operating room, and then they were prepping me, and they were literally getting ready to cut me open, and I'm like, where's my husband? And they're like, oh wait, someone go get her husband. So like, yeah, they were about to cut me open like without him there. So yeah, I will definitely do a labor and delivery video separate, because a scheduled C-section is so different than an emergency C-section. And yeah, something else happened that I'm like still irritated about. Idam is not that like annoyed about it. At least he doesn't seem it. But whenever I think about it, I get like irritated. I would say for the most part though, it was really, really good. Not a bad experience. So I will definitely do a separate video on that. But that is all of the questions on Facebook. I will go ahead and go over to the YouTube community tab to pull those questions. And then let me go and get Emilio. Actually, he's not crying. So maybe I'll just leave him. And then if he cries, then I'll get him. So, okay, let's see how fast I can go. So the next question is, are you getting any sleep? Who does night shifts, etc. for baby? Are you taking any supplements right now? And how do you feel physically and mentally? So that's a couple of questions. So I am getting sleep. I think I said this earlier. He wakes up 2 to 3 times in the middle of the night. And since I am breastfeeding, I am the only one that wakes up to like take care of him. I will say though, during the 6 weeks when Idam did not work, when he had like paternity leave, we would both wake up. So I would wake up and I would nurse him and Idam would change his diapers. But now that Idam is back at work, it's solely just me because if you guys don't know, he does wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So I don't want to wake him up in the middle of the night to change diapers when he has to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know? And I can do it. I can change his diapers. And since I am breastfeeding, it's just easier for me to do it. And he thankfully goes back to sleep really quick. I nurse him in bed, laying down, and he knocks out within like 10 minutes. So it's not really bad. And I am getting sleep, not sleeping through the night yet, but I mean, I am doing really good with that. Am I taking any supplements right now? I am. I'm just taking a prenatal. I was taking the, I told you guys I had my placenta encapsulated and I did take all of those pills and I am done taking the placenta pills. I do have a placenta tincture that I can take, but I haven't taken that yet. I think I just take that if I need it, like if I feel like I need a boost. I should actually probably double check. I forgot that I even had the placenta tincture. But, oh, I hear him cooing. But yeah, so basically the only supplement I'm taking as of right now is the prenatal. And I will take that. I'll probably keep taking it, honestly, because it's not bad to keep taking it. But definitely since I am still breastfeeding, I will be taking that. And then how do I feel physically and mentally? I feel great. Sometimes, you know, he's talking so much. You know, sometimes, you know, there's some days where I'm more tired than others. But honestly, I feel great and I just feel so lucky and blessed and just so in love, you know, with my baby. And I'm just so happy that we have him. So, the next question I have is, how are you? You guys are so sweet. I love all these questions, like asking how I am. And I know I already answered that earlier. I am doing great. So thank you. The next question I have is, what has been the biggest difference from having Alondra to now with baby Emilio? What has been the biggest difference? Honestly, I mean, obviously the biggest difference is like boy versus girl. Like that is a little bit different, but honestly not really that different. I'm trying to think what has been the biggest difference. And I guess the biggest difference is the fact that I'm not working. When I had Alondra, I was working full time. So I guess that's the biggest difference, but I really can't think of anything else because I am breastfeeding both of them. I did have C-sections with both of them. I feel like I am doing a lot the same as far as like how I'm taking care of them and things like that. With both of them, we were not with family. Like we were in Minnesota with Alondra, we're here in Texas, so like we still don't have like actual help and like family in town. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely the same, but I think the biggest difference is I'm actually not working full time and I get to be a stay-at-home mom and like care for him 24/7, which is what I always wanted. Even when I had Alondra, like I did not want to go back to work, but you know, I had to. So I guess that is the biggest difference that I can think of right now off the top of my head. Favorite baby products for the first 2 weeks. Have you allowed visitors over? How did you tell family no visits for X amount of time? And how was your labor? So labor didn't really labor because I had a scheduled C-section. Telling no family, no visits for X amount of time. We actually preferred them all coming within the first 6 weeks since Idam didn't have work. So, and that is what they did. So we didn't actually tell family no visits. Favorite baby products for the first 2 weeks. Favorite baby products for the first 2 weeks. Oh, I will, I'm trying to think. He's only 3 months old and I'm like, what products did I use for the first 2 weeks? I will say his, oh my God, what is it? His Swaddle. Couldn't think of it. I prefer the Swaddle Me, or is it the Snuggle Me? Let me go grab it. It's right here. So this is the Swaddle that I preferred. It's called, is it called Love to Dream? Love to Dream Swaddle Up. I don't know. This is the small, which I actually need to, because it's only 8 to 13 pounds. I need to probably get the medium, but I love this Swaddle. I've had 2 of them. I didn't like the one, what is the one that everybody wraps around? I don't even have it anymore to show, but it's the one that you get at the hospital. I can't think of the name right now. If I think of the name, I'll put it at the bottom. I feel like it's the one that everybody gets for the most part, but this one I love because you swaddle with the arms up and it is a zipper. So you can zip it down and you can zip it up, which is perfect for diaper changes. And your, like I said, the hands go up. Absolutely love this Swaddle. It is amazing, and he prefers it too. When I would try the other one that would wrap his hands down, he would constantly fight and would have like a meltdown. He did not like it at all. He prefers his hands up. He also is a hand sucker, so I think he's gonna be a thumb sucker, but he prefers to like suck on his hands for soothing. So yeah, this thing hands down 100% is the best Swaddle. Yeah, I definitely need to size up with this. So that is like favorite product for sure. I'm trying to think what else would be a favorite product. I can't really think of anything else. If I think of something else randomly while doing this Q&A, I'll like interject and like let you know, but I can't really think of anything else. Let's see, was that all of the questions that she had? Oh, did I allow visitors over? We did, but we honestly kind of waited as far as friends go. Just because we had so much family over and we just really wanted that like time together. So with friends, we pretty much waited, but for family, we didn't. Someone is just talking so much. I had to go get him. He was talking so cute. So, plus I didn't want him to cry, huh? Mama don't want you to cry. Are you smiling? Can you say hi, muchachos? Can you say hi? You gonna talk? Why are you distracted? Are you distracted? Yeah? Okay. All right, I'm gonna answer the rest of the questions with Emilio. It's so funny because if you guys watched like all of the videos when we were pregnant, his nickname was Gummy Bear. And so we always called him Gummy Bear. But now that he is, hi. Now that he is like physically here, like out of my body, that sounded weird, out of my body, but you guys know what I mean. I cannot call him Gummy Bear anymore. We do not call him Gummy Bear anymore, which is kind of funny. Huh? How papas? My handsome boy. My handsome. But yeah, so here, you wanna sit right here with Mama? Can you see yourself right there? My baby. It's so cool because now he will track you, I guess, you know, like he'll watch and he'll follow you and stuff like that, and he notices our faces and our voices and things. So it's just so cute. Huh? And he loves to talk, and his laugh is so cute when he does it. Okay, you're gonna distract me, I already know it. So let's get back into the questions, and the next one I have is one that I think I've already answered before, but it says, what has been the biggest adjustment since welcoming baby boy? I will say, I didn't say this earlier, but I had Alondra 7 years ago. So I feel like I was like starting over, becoming like a brand new mom. Like I almost forgot how to do things. So I will say that was a big adjustment. Because I was just like, oh my God, like how do I hold a baby, change a diaper? Like I literally felt like I was starting over again because it was 7 years ago, and I feel like so many baby products have changed. So that for me was different. Oh, baby products, a boppy. I mean, I breastfeed and I just swear by a boppy. Boppies are, I just love them. So I definitely recommend boppy. So going back to the, what? Going back to that last question, about like products, boppy too. I love that thing. I loved it with Alondra and I love it with him. Okay, next question. Congratulations on your beautiful baby boy. How are you feeling having a newborn baby again? And has Alondra been jealous of the baby? So it's amazing having a newborn again, but like I said, it was like definitely different. I was a little nervous because I was like, oh my God, how do I do this? Like, I don't remember how to do any of this. But I would say like after a couple of days or a week, like you do kind of just like get back into it. What? What is it? And Alondra has not been jealous. She loves him so much. She's seriously the best big sister. And she always says that he's her favorite person in the world. And it makes me want to cry. It's just, I don't know how we got so lucky. But yeah, thankfully she's showed no signs of jealousy that we've noticed or seen. And she's obsessed with him. Huh. You are such the best big sister, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, look at those smiles. So the next question, which is a good one, it says, do you believe your family is complete now, or are you open to trying for more children? How has it been juggling 2 kids? This is a good one. When Yidam and I first got together, I always wanted 3 to 4 kids. But I will say, our family, well, it's hard to say that our family is complete because, you know, we have our angel baby. So I feel like we'll never be complete because we don't have him. But as far as having more children, we are done. If I wasn't 36, I would, and if I didn't have to keep having C-sections, I would definitely want more. But I don't know, I just feel like C-sections are not for me. Maybe I can talk about that more in like that video, but I just get very paranoid. I get very nervous and I just get anxious and stressed, like, am I really healed correctly? I would definitely say I had a lot of anxiety over my incision, especially when I got that bacterial infection. And it just like freaked me out. Like, am I okay? How do I know my insides are healing correctly? And I don't know, it just gave me a lot of like, I don't know what the word is, but anxiety, I guess, like medical anxiety, like about my body. Like, am I really okay? Like, what if I'm like secretly dying on the inside and I don't know? Do you know what I don't know. I just put a lot of fear in my head about like my recovery and like how I was healing. So I feel like C-sections are just not for me. And it's a major surgery too. I mean, it's kind of like scary and crazy when you think about really all that they do, like when they cut through inside your body. And I'm 36. So I just feel like, and I don't mean this as like a bad thing, because I know women are still having babies in their 40s, but I just feel like it took us 5 years to have him, that there's no way I will probably get pregnant again. And I don't want to go through all of that stress of my, like for TTC, because that was a big stress on me, on Yidam, and I just don't want to go through that again, you know. So yes, we are done having babies. I mean, obviously if we get pregnant again, you know, then we get pregnant, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We'll be pregnant, we'll be so freaking excited, happy, you know, and I'll get the C-section, you know, I'll deal with it, you know what I mean? It'll be fine. But we are not actively trying anymore, and we are just happy, and this is it for us, but you never know what the future holds. So the next question that I have, it just asks again about adjusting to being a mom of 2. I think I've already like mentioned that. And then also, how has Alondra enjoyed being a sister? Which is funny because the last question on here is a question for Alondra, which is, what is her favorite part of being a big sister? And she's at school right now, so I will have to ask her that. But I'm curious to see what she's going to say, what her answer is going to be. Oh my goodness, I know, because you were sucking on my finger. Because you're hungry, huh? It's time for Chi-Chi. So unfortunately, I don't have Alondra here with me to answer that last question because she is at school. But I don't know what her favorite part is. I'm going to have to ask her. I'm curious, though, to ask her that. I know she loves being a big sister, but what her favorite part is, that's a really good one. So I will definitely be sure to ask her. Maybe I can, like, film it and then insert it in here so that way you guys can like know what her answer is. Plus I kind of want to know now too. Okay, baby, we have a question for you.
What is it?
What is your favorite part about being a sister? Or being a big sister, I think is what it was.
Giving my brother the kisses and holding him and snuggling him.
That's your favorite part? Yeah? And how do you like being a big sister?
I love it.
You love it? Oh, baby. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this update / Q&A. I know this video, like I've been needing to make for a while. I hope you guys do bear with me during this, you know, transition and juggling the babies. And I will try to upload as much as I can when I have time. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Yeah? Tell them right here. Say, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Yeah? Yeah? Don't forget to subscribe, right? And we'll see you in the next video. Here, where are you? You're looking over here. Say thanks for watching. Bye.